Wrestling, Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. Being joined by all good Anthony Green.
What's going on?
Looks like the guy that trained you, Brian Fury, or mostly trained you. I know. Hey man, I remember what you were like 13 years old doing like a Mike Quackenbush seminar at Anthony Stone School.
Sure was.
And anyway, the guy that primarily trained you, Brian Fury, going to be going up against somebody who's had a breakout year in Beyond Wrestling, John Silver. Brian Fury on his retirement tour specifically requested this match. He might have bit off more than he could chew.
Let's seriously talk about John Silver's year so far. Leo Rush, Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee. This dude is killing it right now. He wants to add Brian Fury to that list. Fury taught me this one, by the way.
What do you call it?
It's like an ankle cravat.
And it's not called the ankle cravat.
I said it's like an ankle cravat. Relax.
Obviously, AG didn't learn too much. Not as much as John Silver, who was already back up to a vertical base.
Both men just really testing each other out here. I would say Fury has the home field advantage, being his own New England Pro Wrestling Academy school.
Absolutely. I think that's a factor that cannot be overlooked. But then again, you have somebody like John Silver who's had an unbelievable year. You know, you're going to have some resentment from some of the wrestlers because when you shoot up the card like that, you're taking away a spot from somebody else.
Absolutely.
But on the other hand, you know, if you're a wrestler, ultimately you should still be a fan. And John Silver is one of the most exciting wrestlers to watch.
And he kicks really hard.
He kicks really hard. And I'm actually reminded of a match that he had in this very building at Tournament for Tomorrow 2 against Allison Kay.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I remember it, and it was weird. Match you can watch at youtube.com/Beyond Wrestling.
For free?
Of course.
What?
Of course.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, man. 50,000 subscribers and growing.
I remember when Beyond Wrestling did their first taping here. It was the first tournament for tomorrow.
The inaugural tournament for tomorrow. AR Fox, ACH, Sugar Dunkerton, Aaron Epic, the Pit Boss.
Can't forget about
Pinky Sanchez.
Taka Suzuki. That name.
Taka Suzuki did not debut.
But he was there.
Was he there that time?
Oh,
yeah, he did debut that year. He wrestled
Pinky
Pinky in a non-tournament match. You're right. I'm thinking of the classic match that Taka Suzuki had with Biff Busick. Another match you can watch for free at youtube.com/Beyond Wrestling.
I believe that was Burst the Bubble Weekend, May.
See, I should be following your lead for commentary. You get a way better memory than me.
A nice.
Well, how about this? Let me test you. Who did Brian Fury wrestle in his Beyond Wrestling debut?
Julian Starr.
Give this man an award.
Number 2 is Danny.
Danny Only.
Danny Only, yes. Good times, great memories. Nice armbar here by Brian Fury, man that trained me. The Firebrand.
I mean, Brian Fury, just going back and, you know, recalling some of these previous matches, he's been a staple in Beyond Wrestling since the end of 2011. So, you know, by the time he calls it quits, we're going to see a very strong 5-year run out of Brian Fury, somebody that, you know, I'll never forget when he defeated AR Fox at Biff Busick's farewell show, Greatest Rivals Round Robin. The fans were very upset because AR Fox was the fan favorite at that point. And just a couple months later, turning it around when we saw Chuck O'Neil with that upset victory over Brian Fury, and it deflated the audience. The fans wanted to see Brian Fury win, and that just goes to show you how much he's won over the people. But today is not about winning over the people, it's about winning your match,
yes,
and doing so at the expense of your opponent to impress the other wrestlers. I don't think that Brian Fury has anything to prove. I don't even think that he needed to wrestle today. The only thing that he needs to prove is to himself, and that if his career is coming to an end in the next couple of months, that he's going out on his terms on top. At the absolute peak of his career.
At this point, I really don't think it's Brian Fury versus John Silver. It's Brian Fury versus Brian Fury, where he needs to just test himself at this point. And why not test himself with basically one of the top stars in Beyond Wrestling?
Oh!
Right now, beautiful European uppercut by John Silver.
I mean, you see so many wrestlers whose careers are ended as not on their own terms. And, you know, with a studio taping like this, obviously everybody wants to win the match. I would hope that we're not going to see any of the wrestlers cross the line. But, I mean, let's face it, any one of those European uppercuts from John Silver could potentially send an opponent to the hospital.
Clean break in the corner, let's see. Nope.
No, just a clubbing blow. And now the snapmare, and is he going to kick Brian Fury?
Oh, please.
Instead, just drop kicking him.
Beautiful hesitation.
Got a lot more impact from that position.
Uh-oh. Number 1. John Silver going to the floor, following Fury.
You know, with these matches, it's a totally different approach than what you would normally do in front of a live paid crowd. I mean, it's a different way. You know, you're taking different risks. Whereas John Silver probably could have used that opportunity to dive out. Instead, he's looking for an impact move. Oh man! And not
You
only
see the torque of that neck hitting the rope.
that was exactly what I was going to say. Fury usually dumps his opponent back first on the hardest part of the ring, the steel beams. But that steel cable clipped Johnny Silver's head on the way down as well. You can see Silver really favoring his back. Maybe some of those muscles already seizing up, and you wonder if that's a muscle issue or a neck issue.
Quick cover.
Tell you what, when Fury is dictating the pace of a match, there's nobody more dangerous in Beyond Wrestling.
No, absolutely. Trained by the late, great Steve Bradley. He wrestles like an ass kicker. If something's open, as you just saw with that open hand.
I mean, he's basically inherited Killer Kowalski's empire, the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, the spiritual successor of Killer Kowalski's chaotic wrestling school.
Doing it in his own way, though.
Of course. Well, wrestling, you know, wrestling changes. And that's one thing that you're going to say about Brian Fury is that he's been wrestling for nearly 2 decades, but he's been able to keep up with the times. He's a contemporary.
I would also like to say the wrestler Fury was in 2011 when he debuted here is not the wrestler he is now.
I mean, the person that he is too. Totally different demeanor, you know, and that comes along with to me. You know, you got to think about it. You're going to put yourself in the position of one of these wrestlers that's been chomping at the bit for over 10 years, wondering when am I finally going to get my big break? And, you know, it seems like Fury has created so many opportunities for himself, and in some ways his legacy will be people like Sasha Banks, Donovan Dijak, you know, Oney Lorcan.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anthony Green.
Oh, let's hope one day. Big hard buckle, shook the ring.
John Silver trying to find a couple shots in the midsection, trying to rattle him off, but, I mean, Fury's just smothering him right now. Caught a good one right there.
Oh, huge forearm. Oh, rocking and reeling.
Man, just clubbing him in the side of the face. Caught him. That snug European uppercut. Fury looked for that reversal, looked for that back body drop. Now, see, typically his opponents will hit him with the kick to the face. Fury pops up with the enziguri, but instead, John Silver had that Scott was looking for a sunset flip.
Beautiful savate kick by Brian Fury.
But I mean, just like that, if Silver was on top and Fury's right back in the driver's seat.
That's the experience. Straight up.
Oh! Pinpoint precision, kicking John Silver in the back of the head. Only a 2 count.
Trying to hold that shoulder down. Maybe should have hooked the leg there. Maybe.
Gotta wonder if Fury's gonna be looking to start targeting the legs and lower back. John Silver to set up for a signature branding iron. Instead, just sending Silver tumbling to the floor. Referee's gonna issue a 10 count.
This is a very rarity for Fury. Looks like he's... What is he going for? Oh, following him out. Smart man.
Silver looking around, doesn't even see where Brian Fury is. Now Brian Fury popping up right behind him. Clocking him in the head.
Back on the floor. Fury is most dangerous on the
That's such
floor.
a veteran maneuver, though. He didn't go out of the side of the ring that Silver was on. He went out of the side of the ring and was able to stalk him. Looking for another attack on the apron.
Oh.
Instead, Silver caught him with that clubbing blow. Another European uppercut. And again, knocking Fury into the ring.
Very quickly, John Silver back on top here.
Oh! Just snapping off that neck breaker, pulling Silver head first into the canvas.
Talking about new maneuvers for Brian Fury, I've never seen him do that one.
Imagine announcing your retirement tour and pulling out pulling new tricks out of the bag.
And just like that, Brian Fury back on top.
Not going for a pin, instead bringing John Silver up into the corner.
Oh!
And that's where Silver can turn it on a dime. This guy is so intense and so unpredictable.
Oh, man. All the way across that 18-foot ring. Oh!
And Fury getting more acclimated with his equipment than he would probably like. Oh! Stopped him in his tracks with one good right hand. He's got him in that gory special.
Oh!
Man, right in the face buster.
A little bit of snap with that one.
Opting for the impact instead of the submission. 1 second away from victory. Like you said, things really turned around for John Silver. 2016, that match he had against Leo Rush, a match that we put up for free at youtube.com/Beyond Wrestling. You got to subscribe because you never know what's coming your way.
Ouch.
And Brian Fury, I think he knew and couldn't do anything about it.
Look how thin those kick pads on John Silver look, by the way. That's just all shin.
He's
Stop.
lucky he doesn't break his own leg.
Stay down. Or duck. One of the two. Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh, and right to the branding iron.
Patented maneuver by Brian Fury.
Got him flipped over. The way that Brian Fury applies this hold, he normally traps one of the opponent's arms underneath themselves, which makes it so much harder. See, Silver just had to basically push up his entire weight in order to throw a Fury, but that's one thing that perhaps Fury has underestimated, the pure strength of John Silver.
Oh, that was neat.
Uh-oh, he's going to be looking for that kick right to the back of the head.
Oh, that shotgun boot.
Fury with the wherewithal to get out of the way. Oh, no! We saw earlier the back of his head collide with the steel cable, now to the turnbuckle.
A lot of stuff back at that. First, the back suplex on the ropes, then that drop kick, and now this.
I mean, Fury knows exactly what he's doing. And you're going to think if he's not going to win it with the branding iron, he's going to be looking for that pop-up powerbomb. All of the impact directed on the back of the head and the neck of his opponent.
Very persistent with everything he does.
Taking his time right now, letting Johnny Silver maneuver his way away from the ropes. That was a mistake from Silver's part.
Going up. Big suplex. No.
Whoa! Oh, the jackhammer! Leg is hooked! So close!
Oh, looks like he hurt his elbow on that.
John Silver's got to be careful. He's got a very busy schedule coming up. This is not the type of match you want to get hurt wrestling. I mean, obviously wrestling is so very dangerous. You come out of every match with bruises, bumps, lacerations even, but there's a difference between being hurt and getting injured.
Yes.
We certainly don't want to see any injuries here today, but John Silver's really favoring the elbow.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And if anything, it's given Fury more of an opportunity to recover as he brought himself back up just to get kicked in the chest. Oh, and again. And it's the left elbow that's giving him trouble. It's the right that he's using to throw these strikes now. But now we're seeing a combination of jabs out of John Silver. Fury's got nowhere to go, put his head down to avoid the jabs, ended up getting kneed in the face. Look at this flurry out of John Silver. Oh! Oh! Kicked him right in the back of the skull.
Oh.
Half and half suplex. Fury caught him that time.
Uh-oh. Oh, Barbie Buster.
And you saw the way that he hooked the arm. He did hook that injured left arm of John Silver to drive him down like that.
That was an homage to Roxy Laveau, Nikki Rocks.
I mean, dude, that move sucks. The way that your head and arm is cradled, it's going to jam up your entire tailbone. The lower that you get injured on the tailbone, the worse it's going to affect your legs. And I mean, obviously, John Silver, he's got a strong upper body, a strong base, too. He's strong all around. The more damage you can do to that spine, the weaker he's going to get. That'll send shockwaves up and down your spine.
Both men stirring up right now. Oh, stiff right. Oh.
John Silver had to clear his nose. Man, these shots are coming out of nowhere. A little bit more deliberate from John Silver.
Back up.
Punched him right in the eye that time.
Ow!
Targeting the chest, but caught him in the arm. Oh, and again, Fury's trying to protect himself the best that he can. He's going to be careful.
Oh! Flurry of strikes.
Oh!
Charlie Horse.
It's the largest muscle in the body.
Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh! There was that kick up Inzi you were talking about. Pop up. No! Oh! Shotgun. shotgun boot.
Oh, man, and now he's looking for that torture bomb.
He calls that the spin doctor. Only a 2 count.
Oh, man, I thought he had him. They had me.
You talk about this is a different crowd. This isn't these aren't fans, these are the wrestlers, and they're appreciating the action they're seeing right now.
Well, that's the thing, man. It's like the wrestlers know the tricks of the trades. And the fans, more often than not, they're paying their hard-earned money. They just want to see a good show. Sometimes it doesn't matter as much to them who's winning and who's losing as long as it's a good match. But here, you got to pull out all the stops to impress the other wrestlers. I mean, look, John Silver, we don't have championships in Beyond Wrestling.
Nope.
If this guy has been the breakout star of Beyond Wrestling in 2016, you have to prove yourself every single match. You have to beat Brian Fury in his hometown in front of his students, in front of the Beyond Wrestling roster. I mean, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Absolutely.
But that's what it means to be one of the very best. John Silver is very quickly working his way there. Oh, I think he's got to beat Fury today.
Both men at a stalemate. Oh, he's got him.
Oh, he was looking for the Canadian Destroyer. Got met with a pop-up powerbomb. The folding press.
Right into the branding iron. Not only was he nearly knocked out with that pop-up powerbomb, barely able to kick out, now immediately put into the submission hold, the branding iron.
One thing working against Silver is his shorter limbs. Fury brings it in the center of the ring, sitting down hard. Is the strength going to be enough? Turning over his opponent, shrugs him off. He's got the inside cradle. So close.
Oh, back to it.
Got him once again.
He taps out.
Wow. Unbelievable back and forth match. Fans, you got to subscribe to youtube.com/BeyondWrestling to see more matches like this. AG, thanks for joining me.